one tile and one opportunity. Do you think I'll be successful with enough money to build great buildings, leisure activities, and enough money to fund great infrastructural projects? Or do you think it will end in disaster, a dystopian hellhole, bleeding money every second of the day? Well, there's only one way to find out, so join me in City Skylines 2. Okay, here we are in our brand new tile. Untouched, a blank canvas. This is our beginning. And I think we should start with a very simple 4-lane road that comes down like this. We're going to have ourselves a parallel one here. We're going to bring one across here too. And how about one here? So we have ourselves as close to perfect of a square as we can have. We're going to stick ourselves a massive 6-lane road straight through the middle with a roundabout at the beginning, considering we've got no true entrance junction because I don't want things to get too cluttered. And now we have to consider zoning. So looking at our wind, it's all heading south. So if we are going to have any industry, it should be in this area. And I've got a bit of an idea. What if one side here was our wealthier side and one side was our poorer side? Maybe that could work. And so how about over here, considering the wind is kind of going in this direction, we build out a few roads along here, which is going to be our industrial area. And then we'll have ourselves one dividing road here. That's going to be for commercial. And then this space here is going to be committed to residential. And so maybe we could zone this in right now. We fill all of these boxes in with industry. And then we stick ourselves some businesses along here. And then for this area here, we're going to get ourselves some low rent housing. And maybe we'll stick some low density along here as well. Our wealthy side, on the other hand, is going to be a lot different. Instead of these alleys, we're going to make the most of pedestrian streets. We're going to bring out a few of them like this, and we are going to saturate them instead with offices. We're then going to bring some roads out here, just like we did in our poorer area across the main road. And I think here we're actually going to put some nicer waterfront housing instead. Along this side, we're going to put row homes, whereas here we're just going to have some standard medium density housing. Here we're going to actually have some high density housing, and we're going to fill this area with some nicer high density office space. Education is an absolute must, and so we're going to stick an absolutely massive elementary school here, which is going to be next to the as equally large city high school. A firehouse is going to be critical, so let's keep it near to our industry. Crime prevention is critical, so we're going to stick a pretty big police station on this roundabout. And healthcare is obviously critical, so we're going to have this on our main road as well. Making sure our area is pedestrian friendly is very important. And so we're going to make sure these places are all connected up and very easily walkable. Sports are critical for your health and well-being, so we're going to put some basketball courts directly opposite the schools here. Actually, those are tennis courts. I don't know how I mistook them because the basketball courts are significantly smaller, which we're going to have near our medical center, considering it's all kind of health related. Oh, a park cafe would fit really nice in our office district. Maybe we could have a plaza here, and maybe a playground for our elementary kids. Death care is an absolute must, and so we're going to have the cemetery literally at the end of our road here, and we're going to expand it either side. I have no idea if this is going to work because we have no water deposits whatsoever here, but we will see if it pumps even just the last remnants of water in the ground. So we're going to stick some windmills in this little corner here, a reliable post service, and we're going to fill the rest of this area with mixed housing. And so the moments of truth, guys, let's see what actually happens. Okay, well, we have started to grow and develop. We've got no traffic jams, which is awesome. However, we have disregarded something very important, which is sewage. So what on earth are we going to do? Well, this square represents our city's borders, so we cannot go beyond this. We can't go beyond this zoning. And so I am considering something quite terrible, actually. It is absolutely not ideal in the slightest, and is quite frankly disgusting. And we're going to make sure that we are not overlapping out of our city, which we're not. We've got plenty of zoning squares here, and we're actually going to remove all the housing near to this for a very good reason. And that's because we're going to stick our sewage outlet right here. We're going to see all of these problems disappear miraculously. However, this is going to become an issue. How quickly that's going to become an issue, I'm not too sure. However, for now, it doesn't seem to be that bad. And everything's zoning in pretty nicely. We're finally getting some offices in, which is great. Although our mixed housing is taking its time down here, alongside our row housing. And you know what, guys? We are going to saturate every last area that's not currently zoned with trees, because the surrounding area seems to have experienced a severe amount of deforestation. And so just adding a few trees around here, I think will really make a difference. And wow, I don't know what you guys think about this, but from my perspective, the trees have made a world of difference. This is actually my first time using properly the American assets as well, because normally I'm on the European map, but this is beautiful. I really like this. And I also really like these American blocks here. I'm gonna have to start building some more medium density in my main series because these are beautiful. Although I am curious to see what the row homes look like, although they're not wanting to zone in at the moment. Our people are happy. Oh, they are only complaining about a lack of internet service, which I completely forgot about. And so how about at our entrance? We're gonna have to sacrifice an industrial building for this, I think, but we build a massive telecom tower. It's going to satisfy all of our residents here, and they seem to be happy, which is awesome. Oh my god, guys, this is my first time seeing so many of these assets because I'm currently going through the vanilla game with nothing unlocked on my main series. However, just looking at some of these assets like the nuclear power plant, oh my god, this basically takes up half a tile. Actually, it takes up a whole tile. How crazy is that? That's so cool. And oh my goodness, if this is the airport, I dread to think what the international airport is. What? This thing is huge. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well, our modest little city here most definitely does not need an international airport. However, our population is growing, and I am genuinely amazed that we are making money considering the absolutely immense facilities we have here, like a huge telecom tower or these massive schools that we most definitely do not need. But I'm really happy with how this is going, guys. What do you think? Drop in the comments below as to what you would do differently right now. I think I'm going to let the simulation run for a little bit just like this, and we'll come back to this in a little bit to see how things are progressing. Oh, no. I've just come back to the simulation. I'm going to have to pause really quickly. Oh, dear. I did not realize our sewage was going to pile up so quickly. Oh, no, that is a problem. And the bigger issue we have is that we don't really have a solution. Oh, no way. You can actually see the water pollution here as well, which is quite detailed. Like, we can't put a water treatment plant to deal with our sewage purely because we don't have the space. And so what I'm going to do, considering our actual sewage outlet is in our city, I am going to say that I'm allowed to bring out a little river along here and creating a small sewage reservoir here. And I will genuinely be curious to see how long it actually takes to fill this up. So hopefully when we hit play now, we're going to have a massive tidal wave, which we are having here, going downstream in this direction towards our reservoir, which is great. And I am amazed by how much sewage we're filling up. Oh, I have an idea. How deep can this go? Oh, wow, that is a very deep well. Hold on a sec then. Could we not continue abiding by the rules by just, you know, making this bit really deep? I think I'm going to try that first. So we're going to go back to our old save and try that, because at least that way we truly are keeping everything apart from our entrance and exit road within our city limits. Okay, here we are in our autosave. And so we're going to have to be very surgical and precise with this because we cannot go beyond our limits. And so we're going to bring our target height to the deepest depths that we can have. And we're just going to draw this out all along here. And I hope this is going to be enough to say goodbye to our sewage issues. And we can actually bring this out a little bit more. I've just taken a look at our zoning abilities. There we go, we're right on the border. Let's see what happens then. And I think I have just broken the game. What is happening? Why is our sewage boiling now? Okay, I think we're going to have to go back to the original idea I had, because we cannot have... Listen, it's one thing if we have leaking sewage everywhere, but to have it boiling and bubbling, I don't think that's going to be very good for our city. Okay, so we're back here with our channel. It does mean we're going to have a little path coming out here. However, the way I'm seeing it is that everything we have constructed is actually within this area still. So I don't see this as cheating in the slightest. And what is happening now? This is flowing and flooding so quickly. You know what, guys? I've been speaking about sewage for far too long, so we're just going to expand this entire area for sewage. And if it then becomes a problem after this, then I'm going to cry, because how much does someone need to use the toilet every single blooming day? Like, we've only got a population of 4,000 right now. Are you telling me 4,000 people are currently using this much sewage or producing this much sewage? Anyways, we can leave it like this and not worry too much for now. Hey, but look at this. We've got very, very happy residents right now. For some reason, unreliable mail service, even though we literally have post boxes everywhere, unemployment, noise pollution, and small homes. Who is complaining about small homes? You guys here. I mean, okay, you've got a bungalow, but you've still got a pretty big footprint, and that is a lot of taxis. Oh, and I've just noticed something. So because we're in a North American map, we have a North American police car. That actually makes so much sense. I mean, I was impressed that there were British police cars in the European map that we have been working with in our other series. But it didn't dawn on me that you'd have American style ones as well. It just adds to the realism. I love this. And look, it's a dog. What's the dog's name? Do you think the dog has a name? Can I click on the dog? Oh my god, you can. Beatrix. That's so cool. And I presume this is the owner. Bloody hell, Alexander. I don't know what you are wearing. I don't know why those jeans are so skinny on you. And why does that top so low down on your chest as well? And those sunglasses. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to query anything. Maybe you're living in one of these beautiful skyscrapers, and that's why. Wait, what are you doing now? I swear, from a certain angle, that looks questionable. Okay, we're not going to look or think too deeply into the politics of Alexander here. I don't know what the dog's looking at as well. What? Oh my god, so this person's pointing at something and the dog's looking? What are they pointing at? Let's see. Whoa, that is interesting. Like a brick wall. I've never seen one of those before. I can't believe the dog actually looked as well. That's so cool. Are you just going to stand here, or... Okay, you're going to continue on. I'll tell you what, let's actually add you to our following list. You're sad? What do you mean you're sad? Where do you live? Let's see where you live. Oh my god, this is your house. I mean, to be fair, it is our affordable rent housing, to be fair. However, you get pretty good views. Ah, you can't follow the dog. That's a shame. Okay, we'll follow this person and see what they get up to in their lives. And we are still unbelievably profitable, which is amazing. And so, guys, I suppose the question to whether we can build a successful, thriving city that is profitable with happy inhabitants in one single tile in City Skylines 2 is very much possible. I'd like to thank you for staying to the end of this video, and I strongly encourage you to leave any comments on recommendations for future videos, and I will most definitely take them very seriously. Thank you so very much for joining me on this adventure in City Skylines 2. And if you enjoyed this and want to see more content, then do not forget to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss out on a new video. And I will be forever thankful. And so until next time, our one tile city says goodbye to you, and I will see you all very, very soon.